Okay. We can upgrade that. Why not? Give you some more EP to work with, sir. And we got moon glasses, which... Glasses from the Central Factory that for some utterly mysterious reason also block poison. So it prevents poison and blind, which is nice. Go ahead and put those on, why not? That as well. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So now we want to head to the freaking Chapel. Chapel Hill, even. Now she's over here. Oh my. Are you here because you saw my request? Yes, ma'am. Sure did. So, of course, this is going to be another one of those classic Trails quests where you have to answer questions. It's pretty urgent, right? Yes, today I'd like to ask you to act as a guest teacher at Sunday school. Because, you know, apparently Kevin didn't show up. I'm guessing it was Kevin anyway. How about it? Are you available? Here, an explanation of the job. Yeah, I can do it. I'm not super confident, but I'll give it my best shot. Hit me with your best shot! Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I had asked a bracer named Karna to be the guest lecturer, but she suddenly had to leave on guild business. Oh, it was Karna. Okay. I see. It put the church in a fix, and I was very disheartened. Being disheartened sucks, man. I'll tell you what. Sucks ass. I see. So that's why it's so sudden. So, what should I do? First, come into the side room. I'll explain what I'd like for the class there. You're not gonna kill me, are you? I see. Okay, yeah. I think I get the gist. Start with an explanation of the guild. Move on to an overview of a bracer's job. And then last but not least, answer the kids' questions correctly, right? Yes, that'll be plenty. If you'll excuse me, I'll be going back to class. I'll call you momentarily, so please wait here until then. We're a guest speaker at an assembly. Basically. Still, truly the world is a strange place. Oh, for once we agree. I was just thinking that myself. Hmm? Well, what's up? Is there something on my face? Probably. No, but not even I could have predicted this. To think the day would come when Estelle would take the altar. Sure is a big surprise, isn't it? It just means that a certain girl famous for skipping Sunday school has grown up well, I guess. Oh, Estelle, your mentor is so proud. Well, that's sure nice to say, I think. True, I'm not super confident, but I should be fine teaching some kids. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I hope so, but... Well, I'll be relaxing until it's over. What are you gonna do, Olivier? Well, I have little to offer. You have my full attention and support. The class should be well visible from the second floor here, so I'd like to watch from there. Oh, nice idea. I should take tons of pictures. please don't screw anything up, you two. Class is in session and such. Now then, everyone, we're going to have a guest teacher for the remainder of the class. They've taken time out of their busy schedule to come speak to us, so don't be rude, okay? Yeah, don't kick them in the butt. Like Sister Juju. Okay! Alright, come on out. It's Estelle! Miss, who are you? I was just about to introduce myself. Give me a sec. Alright, well, hello. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm still pretty new to the job, but I'm what we call a bracer. What? You're a bracer? No way! That's so cool! How old are you, miss? Now, we'll have time for questions after. First, let's have our guest review what we've already gone over. If you wouldn't mind, Miss Estelle. Ahem. Okay, is everyone ready? Let's go over today's class real quick. Class begin. About all bracer activities. Choose the correct answer and guide this special class to success. Mind if I do? First, let's talk about my job as a bracer. So, a bracer is a specialist at investigation and combat. And our main duty as bracers is security of nations' borders and maintaining public order, discovery and sealing of ruin relics. It's protection of the peace and citizenry of local regions, of course. We don't just slay monsters and prevent crimes, either. Bracers protect goods in transit and even look for lost items. We help in a variety of ways. Alright, that was perfect. Perfect! Bracers are broadly divided into two groups, senior bracers and junior bracers. Junior mints, even. Of those junior bracers are what you might call trainees, and by successfully completing missions and training hard, they eventually earn a promotion to become full bracers. But even once you become a full bracer, you're further divided up into different classes. We call these ranks, and each rank is assigned in accordance to your experience and success. How many ranks are there for senior bracers? 5 ranks from basic to high, 9 ranks from class 9 to class 1. Of course, it's 7 ranks from G to A. There are 7 ranks from G to A. These are only formal ranks, and when a bracer is close to being promoted, a plus is added to said rank. Furthermore, there's also an S rank, but it's kind of an unofficial honorary rank given to persons who have performed exceptional deeds. So publicly, A rank bracers are the highest bracers in the guild. Yes, I am killing this. We're rocking and rolling the night away. That's what we're doing. Alright, let's talk about the organization that manages bracers, the Bracer Guild. I think you learned this in class, but the guild operates not just in the Liberal Kingdom, but all over. This global organization was established about the same time as the Orbital Revolution, which was about 10 years ago, 30 years ago, about 50 years ago, you want to say? Roughly 50 years ago, Orbital technology and the guild are deeply connected. Even now, we receive financial support from foundations related to orbit technology, but sadly, not the West Ham Sandwich Foundation. We get no financial support from those jerk stands. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Man, I'm good. So next, we'll talk about the guild's relationship with foreign countries. At the moment, the guild has branches across the entire continent, but the reason the guild has been able to expand to this level is because it is a non-governmental organization with no ties to a specific nation, kind of like NGOs, basically. But even within its practical activities, the Guild has a lot to think about. For example, they have to keep promises to prevent them from ending up opposed to nations. Can't do that. The most famous promise related to that is non-combat agreement with national armies, immunity for nobility royalty, but of course you want to say non-interference with state powers. The agreement of non-interference with state powers. In other words, no sticking our noses into state affairs or systems, which, as we've already seen, can be problematic. Problems within national boundaries are ultimately something for that country's people to think about. Commenting on or interfering with this kind of thing is against international rules. Yes, nailed it! Nailed it! The Guild uses lots of methods like this to separate its duties from a nation's. Of course, not everything is always solved so simply according to the codes, so sometimes in emergencies, you can end up in situations that are contradictory to the code. But at times like that, bracers are asked to put one basic principle above all else. In other words, we bracers in all situations should prioritize the decisions of the government, prioritize cooperation with the army, prioritize the safety of civilians, of course. I mean, obviously. If you think about this first and foremost, then you'll naturally be guided to the correct action. Well, sometimes when you try taking action, you'll end up with a whole bunch of other problems. But overcoming stuff like that is part of the job, too. Indeed. Yeah, that's a good summary. And that pretty much sums us up. How was it? Did everyone understand? That ends the first half of the class. Yep, she's working hard. Or hardly working. Either way. Just when did that girl actually sit down and study all this? I'm impressed. Pictures are being taken. I have a feeling those pictures aren't going to wind up in the newspaper, but you never know. Alright, it's time you've all been waiting for. If you've got anything you want to ask our guest, go ahead and raise your hand. Please, Miss Estelle, carry on. Sure thing. Leave it to me. Leave it all to me! Who's ready to get their questions answered? Q&A time. Any question goes, no matter how personal it may be. Select the correct answer and overcome any risky or questionable questions. Questions are very questionable, you know. Oh, pick me! Pick me! Come on, Lewis. Lewis Black. Wow, you sure got a lot of energy. What's your question? When can you become a bracer? What age can you become a bracer? Well, to become a bracer, you first need to become a junior bracer. You can become one if you pass the test, but to take the test, no particular age restrictions exist. You're required to be at least 16 or 18 years of age. You want to say 16. You're required to be 16 or older. Of course, even if you pass the exam, you don't instantly become one. For a while, you'll receive training under the guidance of an older bracer. Once you've gained enough experience there and leveled up enough, you finally become a junior bracer. Perfect answer. Okay, so you gotta be 16. Okay, got it. Thanks. Do, 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 do. Okay, got it. Thanks, miss. Excuse me, teacher, may I ask a question? Fire away. Do you gotta beat up monsters no matter what? Some of them are really cute. That's a good question. How to respond to monsters is tough. But in general, judge based on appearance. Defeat them, obviously. But you want to say prioritize client's intent. We prioritize the client's intent. There's no absolute right answer when dealing with monsters. It really depends on the situation. Gotta read that situation report. So if the client doesn't demand their extermination, we may sometimes let them go. Kinda what happened during the Purcell Farm incident. It was kind of a tricky question, but looks like I was able to answer perfectly. Whew! Oh, okay. Do, 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 do. May I ask a question too? Sure, go for it. There was a case a while back where the Sky Bandits attacked an airliner. Was it the Royal Army who arrested the Sky Bandits then? Or was it bracers? You mean the disappearance of the Lind? The ones who finally arrested the Sky Bandits were bracers, of course. The Royal Army forces, the Royal Guard troops. You want to say the Royal Army forces? The Royal Army forces. In the final entry mission, the bracers and Royal Army worked together using a pincer move to corner them. When the Sky Bandits tried to flee, the Royal Army caught and arrested them. He was ready to go to jail. In other words, the bracers and the Royal Army cooperated to flush them out. Alright, no problems here. Okay, so the Royal Army and the bracers work together? That's so cool! Isn't it, though? Can I ask something? It's Antonio! Sure, go ahead. I'm actually studying for entrance exams and just forgot this, but which of the three principles in the code is the protective duty to civilians? Good. How the heck am I supposed to remember something like that? Wait a sec. The protective duty to civilians principle. That is... Principle 1, Principle 2, or Principle 3? It's actually Principle 2. Kind of a tricky one, but yeah. Guild Code Principle 2, I think. Oh yeah, I knew that. Sorry. No, it's fine. I managed to survive that one. So, no more questions. Okay, I've got a question then. Go ahead. So it doesn't have much to do with the class, but when the mayor was arrested, the Queen's airship came, right? How big was the airship? I knew there'd be one. There's always one with some weirdo question that has nothing to do with anything. By the Queen's ship, do you mean the Arcee? Yeah, that! It looked real big, but I wonder how big it really was. The Arcee's size. I think I've read about it in a book before. Indeed. 22, 32, but it's actually 42 ARG. I think it had an overall length of 42 ARG, if I remember right. Which you do. Of course, a lot of those answers you learned back in the first game, so, you know. That might not be exactly precise, but should be close. Wow, that's huge! That's what she said. Ba-ba-ba. Thanks, Miss Estelle. Ba-ba-ba. Do. Any more questions, children? If not, then I believe that's all for our guest speaker today. Everyone say thank you to Miss Estelle. Thank you very much! Bye, kids. And since we answered all the questions right, we should get bonus BP for that. Thank you for your time. I know you're quite busy. The children were overjoyed. That was a wonderful lecture. Thanks. I was pretty nervous before I did it, but if they had fun, then it was worth it. I do apologize for cutting things short, but I have more classes. If you'll pardon me. Should the chance come again, I would love to have you back for another talk. Sure thing. Seems you managed just fine. Whew, somehow. No need to be so humble. Rumble, bad man, rumble, even. I witnessed your performance. You were a fantastic teacher. Aw, come on. Really? Still, it made me think about just how much I don't know. Every time they asked for details, I started panicking. Panic attack style. Well, just make sure to work hard from now on. No one's gonna trust a No one's gonna trust a bracer who doesn't even know the code. Yeah. I'll keep working at it, I promise. West Sunday School lecture completed. Good times. Alrighty then. So now that leaves a monster extermination at the Crone Pass. Which we were there last time, so we just want to go there and there should be a monster there now. Of course that's the one that does poison, so you can go ahead and put any protection from poison on if you want. You don't have to, but... So, it wouldn't be a bad thing if we could try to get another evade too. That'd be pretty neat. Now wouldn't it? Hiya and such. Of course not.
Seems you came up short.
Of course, I think it's actually better to do that one because there's no other enemies in it. So that's kind of a thing. Oh, I guess there can be sometimes. Not that it's a big deal, but yeah. No.
Take that!
Take that, sir! Take it all the way to the damn bank. But it... do. Hiya!
Piece of cake.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-da-da. There we go, Evade 2. That didn't take nearly as long. We can give that one to you. Evade 2. There you go. Since you can't actually make Evade 2s at this point. So, it's kind of a thing. Even if you could, though, it saves EP, so it's kind of a thing. So we just want to go to Crone Pass and find this monster to exterminate. I mean, as we know, it's a one-way path, so it's not exactly hard to find. Excuse me, sir. Bum-ba-na, 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 bum-ba-na. Of course, I guess it could be hiding behind a tree, but I don't think it is. There it is. It's kind of hard to miss that thing. So yeah, it does poison, so that's the main thing you want to watch out for here. Applesag, 3660 HP, no elemental weaknesses. Drops Monster Carapace. Scorpion monster able to freely move about air and earth. Has powerful venom! It sure does. True Hurricane. Bum 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 bum. Sylvan Web. Quick draw. Heavy press. Ooh, he just did like a body splash. Oof. Well, now they're too far apart. That's no good. That is no good. Hiya, you little punk. True hurricane. Rock you like a hurricane and such. Quick drizzle. You still hit both of them. Just barely. That shows the range that has. You couldn't get to me, sir. Defeated.
Alright, we rule.
We so rule. We're the best. Kind of like guns. Exterminated monster. Bum 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 bum. Well, since we're all the way over here, I guess we could go over here and recharge. It would make sense, really. There might be some new dialogue, too. With modern airship travel being what it is, we don't see a lot of traffic through here anymore. In a way, though, that just makes it harder to find the Sky Bandits or the remnants of the Intelligence Division. Doesn't look like we'll be letting our guard down anytime soon. Yeah, well... Bum bum. The strength of the monsters lately has been on everyone's mind. We actually gave shelter to a junior bracer not too long ago. Poor fellow was nearly killed by the beast wandering the countryside. That's too bad. We're stocked on firewood, and I've checked over our food supplies. All done, thank Adios. Now I can relax until the next patrol. Sounds good to me. We can recharge while we're here. But bum 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 bum. The Ruin Mayoral race is just about to come to a vote. There hasn't been any outright chaos, but the election's running white hot, as they say. Hopefully nothing will happen. Hopefully. Hopefully. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. We don't get many travelers on foot these days, so we left the counter unstaffed. That's a shame. Bum 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 bum. Saffron Tower photo. We've got to head to the Saffron Tower and take a photo of the top. Target is the device on top, but best be careful on this one. It's a photo for the archives. So best keep it simple. Got Dorothy to take the shot. Let's head back to Ruin to report. Client said the photo was pro level. Well, obviously, but... Anyway, job's complete. Wanted monster slain. The job is to be a Sunday school lecturer, of all things. After explaining the basics, I just need to answer questions. Held class no problem. The sister seemed quite satisfied, too. Want a monster slain. Want a monster slain. Fun. So that just leaves the monster on Vista Road, which we can do on the way to the main story quest thingamajigger. The MSQ, as it were. If we were playing FF14. Excuse me, sirs. Excuse me, sirs. I guess we can try to get one of your dealios along the way. Might as well. Might as well be walking on the sun and then the morning comes Pacific Coast Party. You know what I'm talking about, dude? What the hell, dude? Knock it off, sir.
Take that!
Being a real jerk stain right now. I'll tell you what. Boom shakalaka! Or something like that, anyway. 84 HP. Why did you survive with 84 HP? You're supposed to drop a chest. That's the whole point of this fight. Come on, man. Ridiculous.
Oh, are we done already?
Yeah, that's a good fight for fire lords. Or fire sepith, you know what I'm talking about. Aside from trying to get that EP2 quartz, which we already have, but it would be a bad idea to get more. You know, the more you have, the better and such. Even though it's usually one I don't care too much about, but it's always good to put on when there's really nothing else you need to badly. Helga style, even. Helga style. Do 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 do. Everybody likes Helga, except for Newfie. I heard Newfie once got mocked by Helga for not finishing the extreme ramen, and he's still pretty salty about that. Do 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 do. Bum ba dum bum bum. Drop a chest, sir. Do it. He did. Although it's probably the other item, knowing my luck.
Seems you came up short.
No, we got the EP too. Cool. Don't think we really need it right now, but good to have another one. Olivier already has one on, so. But it's good to have another, just in case we want to put it on somebody. Like a pool expert or a freaking Dixie Cup user. Do-do-do-do. It's been quite a while since that villainous mayor was caught. If possible, I want to pick someone with a good heart for our next mayor, but I'm sure that's what everyone thought last time they voted too. Naturally. My younger brother seems interested in the mayoral election, but what I want to know isn't the future of Ruin, it's Zach's. I don't care who he votes for. I just want him to hurry up and find a job. Job style. Our place is a bar, but there's a really drunk customer there. He's a real old guy, but it seems like something really bad happened. Uh-oh. He's a problem drinker, didn't you know? Kind of like my Uncle Dave. My father is also busy preparing for the election, it seems. Minoria's also got some things to prepare for the election. The village's elders got a lot to do, too. Cool. 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 Anybody over here? The last election, this was the voting site. Oh, yeah? No matter how you look at it, it's too small. I guess I have to ask the White Magnolia Inn for a bit of help. Like that time Mrs. Hartman went around and berated a bunch of Crossbell citizens to get them to vote for Speaker Hartman. She kept telling them to sit on it and rotate if they didn't vote. That's a fact, Jack. There's Dario. Please believe me. The me in the mansion wasn't me. That's all that, going through my head. That's a shame. See that guest at the table over there? He's really starting to freak me out. Nothing he says makes any sense. Once you start spouting stuff like I'm not me, it's over. It sure is. I think I'm gonna call it. He's officially been cut off. No more Azalea kisses for you, sir. No more alcohol, sir. You've had too much. It's Melvin! I hear you guys have been cleaning house lately. Nice work. I just defeated a wanted monster myself. The monster's been getting stronger lately. It's real rough out there. I bet he actually got defeated. How much you want to bet? He freaking lost. The mayoral election's coming up, but who to vote for? I'd be happy if the tourism industry expanded, but Bruin is a harbor city first and foremost. Nothing good can come of allowing the harbor to fall into decay. We need to stay on top of it at all times. Yes, we do, sir. Kinda how it's 2 p.m. Not quite the 5:30 club, but I guess the 2 p.m. club has to count for something. Truly, the wild bounty of local regions have enough value to be worth all the trials and tribulations in the world. It would certainly be nice if said rare bounties could be had at any time at high-class restaurants, though. Indeed. And we're not talking about McDonald's here. I'll tell you what. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Mayoral election. Make sure to go to the voting site on voting day, you son of a... Welcome. Would you like some flowers? They're not just for looking at, you know. Some flowers you can use in recipes, too. Indeed you can. Like that time Ronald came up with a new recipe. The village elder seems pretty busy with the election coming up. But I wonder more of what Zach is doing. Frittering away his time proposing new ideas, no doubt. And playing that EDF, whatever that is. To have the youth not doing any job would be unthinkable in the old days. They've gotten soft, I tell you. Soft. Cool. One time when the Mr. Wolf and Billy program started at 2 p.m. It's the 2 p.m. club. That's always exciting. Like that time the 2 p.m. club got taken off the air for not being as good as the 5:30 club. I hope Chloe comes to play soon. I'm gonna get her to bake some bread and eat until I explode. Oh, okay. Sounds like a personal problem, sir. We just started growing some new sprouts in this field. They're still small and weak, so we gotta be real careful with the weeding. Indeed you do. Give me your egg, sir. Clem has been helping lots lately. Well, he's also working hard on his pranks, too. Yep. Uh-huh.